Hi, I'm Hugh Moffatt. This is a group of songs that I collected over a period of about 20 years. Some of them I wrote, some of them I learned from friends of mine who wrote them. Others are songs that are just familiar to me, I think may be familiar to you. Each one of them is joined by a theme, which I call songs from the back of the church. Now, the back of the church can be the row behind everybody else on Sunday morning where people hide, or it can be the back of the church, the alley behind the church. One way or another, these are songs from characters who are on the fringes of our society, people more often preach to than listen to. They're believers, so they have something to say to us about God. And these are all prayers of one kind or another. I certainly believe that when we come to God in prayer, we're not required to be theologians. We don't have to get everything right. God hears what's in our hearts. Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions when I talk in the introductions between the songs or stories occasionally. But the thoughts and opinions and the songs themselves belong to those characters. I'm not claiming to agree or disagree with everything they say, or sometimes even to completely understand it, but I do know that they're true to those characters. Now, this first song is about freedom, and I believe that the freedom that Christianity offers us is not only freedom from death, but freedom in life. And if we are free to make our own choices, we're certainly free to make the wrong choices. A song called Hard to Be Human. Jesus, I wonder about you. What can you be thinking sometimes? Trying to show us our freedom when all that we want's free ride. Lord, don't it make you feel helpless? I'm sure that sometimes you get mad, knowing we ain't all you hoped for, knowing we're all that you have. God, but it's hard to be human and know that I really am free. Oh, I know I will get what I want, Lord. I just hope that I want what I need. Your Father was smarter than you are. He never gave us a chance to undo the things that he worked for. He held the reins tight in his hands. A tower of smoke in the morning, a pillar of fire every night. He kept a close watch on his children. He made sure that we got it right. God, but it's hard to be human and know that I really am free. Oh, I know I will get what I want, Lord. I just hope that I want what I need. So I have these impossible problems, and I'm wondering what I should do. I know you ain't gonna help me, still I can't help loving you. Somehow I know that you love me. Somehow it's always enough. So once more I'll shoulder my freedom and hope that I don't screw it up. God, but it's hard to be human and know that I really am free. Oh, I know I will get what I want, Lord. I just hope that I want what I need. One of the things that we're free to do is to approach God in our own way, and God will speak to us and however we're most able to hear him. There's a lot of variety in the world, and I think that God's accepting of that. character in this song likes to fish. People talk about you, Lord. They say you're gonna set them free. I kinda like you, Jesus. You're a special guy to me. 2,000 years ain't much time when you're living in eternity. They say that you're gonna come again for all the world to see. Now if you think you'd like to make it back, the choice is up to you. If we ever get the chance, tell you what I'd like to do. We'll pick up a jug of wine, old St. Peter too. We'll take off and go fishing, Lord, some lazy afternoon. Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? We'll laugh and pass the jug around just as easy as you please. I guess I'd like to go to heaven, Lord. Freedom means a lot to me. Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? Now don't you think we could have a time underneath an old shade tree? An old cane pole and a can of worms, just laid back naturally, drinking wine, passing time, Peter, you and me. Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? Oh, Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? We'll laugh and pass the jug around just as easy as you please. I guess I'd like to go to heaven, Lord. Freedom means a lot to me. Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? Oh, Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? Hey, Jesus, won't you take me fishing down by the Sea of Galilee? I grew up in Texas and spent a lot of time in the far western part of that state. It's over south of El Paso in the Big Bend area. It's part of the Texas we call the Trans-Pecos, which is Texan for across the Pecos. It's a land of sagebrush and sky and not a whole lot else. Beautiful place. This song comes from those experiences, though I guess I'm not actually this character. I suspect that if he's not out there now, he was at one time. It's a cowboy song and it's a Christmas song. It's nearly Christmas morning, and I am far from home, out here in the saddle, riding night watch all alone, except for shorthorn cattle and my old ornery mount. The others all are sleeping now, so they don't really count. It's Christmas in the saddle, and far as I can see, there's miles and miles of prairie and not one Christmas tree. But there's at least 1,000,000 stars, bright as they can be. I guess Christmas in the saddle is good enough for me. I hear the cattle lowing and pawing in the snow. I think of that old carol that I learned so long ago. about the angels singing in peaceful harmony to comfort shepherds in their fields watching just like me. It's Christmas in the saddle, and far as I can see, there's miles and miles of prairie and not one Christmas tree. But there's at least 1,000,000 stars, bright as they can be. I guess Christmas in the saddle is good enough for me. I guess Christmas in the saddle is good enough for me. This next song is a children's song, at least I thought it was when I wrote it. But you know, talking to children about God is kind of like talking to a fish about water. If you're really paying attention, pretty soon you figure out that they're way ahead of you. Let me tell you a story about my son. This is a true story. When he was 5 years old, he had a speech impediment. Now, it was a minor thing, and we resolved it over a period of time by working with him. In fact, I can't exactly remember what it was right now either. It was a while back. But he would say a word, and we'd say, no, you have to say it this way. He'd say it again. We'd say, hey, you got to put your tongue just like this, and get your lips here. And he'd try again. Well, 5-year-old. He was pretty patient for a 5-year-old, but one time we were working with him on this, and he just stopped, and he said, now remember, this kid's 5 years old. He said, now look, if I were hanging by my fingernails from the edge of a cliff, and I said to you, throw me a lope. No, say rope. Throw me a lope. Now say rope. Throw me a Well, he made his point. Of course, we resorted to the time-honored parental argument of because I say so. But, I believe that God is a loving parent. And when we ask for help, when we reach out to God, we don't have to get the words right. We don't even have to get His name right. He's there for us. Like I said, this song, actually, I wrote it for my daughter. At that time, she was 5 years old also. And it's about angels because her grandmother had talked to her about angels and told her how, when she was alone or miserable or no one to talk to, that there's someone there to protect her. So I thought that was a cool idea, and I wrote the song. I finished it, and the first person that I played it for was my daughter. So she sat there, and I sang it for her. She listened all the way through. And at the end, she looked at me and she said, Daddy, please don't ever sing that song again. I'm not going to tell you how many years ago that was, but I think I'm almost over that. But I did learn two things from that experience. I learned, first of all, that I may be writing a song for this or that person or for this or that reason, but the fact is, if I'm honest with myself, I'm writing the song because it's something that I need to hear. And the other thing that I learned from that is that to a 5-year-old, the idea that there is somebody in the room with you at night that you can't see is not comforting. This is a song called Angels. When I go to sleep at night, an angel holds my hand. And when the big world makes me cry, an angel understands. And when I'm tired of being good and I don't do what I should, angels whisper, it's alright, just do the best you can. when the sun is shining bright, when everything is fine, angels all are out of sight, on vacation till the next time. Maybe mama yells at me and tears begin to flow. There's my angel suddenly helping me to know the love for every living thing comes to us on angel wings, comes from heaven just for me, so I won't be alone. Love for every living thing comes to us on angel wings, comes from heaven just for me, so I won't be alone. Angels come to care for me, so I won't be alone. Now, having our own personal relationship with God is a wonderful thing. But sometimes, if one of us with our own personal relationship with God shares the details of that relationship with another one of us who has their own personal relationship with God, it can get complicated. Jesus, come on in, won't you set a spell? Or would you like a little something to take away the chill? No, well I think I'll partake if you don't mind. I still like a little whiskey from time to time. Now you say you've been out talking, well I knew that. Yeah, you was never one to keep your thoughts underneath your hat. Me, I'm okay, yeah, doing pretty well. It's just sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Well, since you asked, there's something, yes, a little odd. And did you know I spent this morning in a house of God? Or was a preacher preaching what we should and shouldn't do? At least every other word he mentioned you. Man, it was strange to hear the way he used your name, saying things that I ain't never heard you say. I started getting angry, you know me well. I'm just sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. I didn't mean to cause a scene, but there it was, invoking you and scaring kids when he talked of love. Well, I've been known for talking rough a time or two, but I'll be damned if I ever claim that it came from you. So I stood up and asked him how he knew it was you. He said he just knew. Well, I just knew it wasn't true. So I called him a liar and left. Didn't go over well. I guess preaching sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Well, I was told that after that, things settled down. He said those that left was going to hell and folks stuck around. Ain't it funny what we'll put up with in your name? Any other time, you know, we'd be ashamed. Seems any fool who mentions you can have his way. But we'll give him our time, sometimes we'll give him our pay. But a bully's just a bully, near as I can tell. And that ain't never heaven, it's always hell. So Jesus, thanks for listening, glad you could stay. Oh, I'll get myself together here one of these days. Until I do, let me lean on you. I guess you know you're welcome in here anytime. Well, before you go, if you run into my brother John, give him my best. Say I'm still hanging in down here with all the rest. And I know that no one can save me from myself. It's just sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Well, Lord, not even you can save us from ourselves. Ain't it sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. One of the things that you hear now and again is the phrase family values. And usually, you know, in politics or something like that. And I got to tell you, it makes me a little uncomfortable. It's not that I don't know what they mean. It's a positive thing they're talking about. But you know, families are made up of very close, very intimate relationships. Most of it very good. And of course, when it is, it's the greatest support that we have in life. But you know, families are more complicated than that. And if things are wrong, I mean, if they're really wrong, there's nothing closer to hell on this earth. I guess it's just I feel like families are a little more complex than just a value. Now, the character in this song is a father. And he'd like very much to be a part of this kind of philosophical discussion, but he's got more immediate concerns. It's called the Father's Prayer. Lord, I feel so sad this morning, I don't even want to raise my head. If you gave me just one wish, I almost think I'd wish that I was dead. I hear the baby crying, so I guess if it's the last thing that I do, I'll get up out of bed again. But Lord, the rest is up to you. I still don't have a job, and so today is just another day. Time don't spend like money, it don't matter what other people say. If I were her, I'd leave me and find someone who'd treat her like I should. It's okay, Lord, I'm up now, and I feel better than I thought I would. I'd like to save the children, I'd love to heal this world, but I can't even make a living. For my wife and little girl, and I am not the problem. So what else can I do? Just keep holding back my anger. Lord, the rest is up to you. Sometimes, Lord, it seems to me it's just the squeaky wheels that get the grease. I was raised to hold my head up high and live my life in peace. If my best ain't good enough, you know it's still the best that I can do. Now I'm dressed and out the door, Lord, the rest is up to you. I'd like to save the children, I'd love to heal this world, but I can't even make a living. For my wife and little girl, so maybe I'm the problem. But what else can I do? Just keep holding back my anger. Lord, the rest is up to you. I keep holding back my anger. Lord, the rest is up to you. Speaking of anger, there are a whole lot of possible emotional responses to the events of the Passion, the crucifixion of Christ. And one of those responses most certainly is anger. But anger at whom? For the character in this song, it's Jesus himself. Water. Heard he walked upon the sea, but the doubters cried it's just a trick, an illusion done for kicks, to make believers out of you and me. He slept with tramps and thieves. He knew their hearts and he knew their needs. But they said if he truly was divine, he wouldn't hang out with that kind. Well, I heard he always ran with who he pleased. He should have known that they would nail him for that. He should have known that they'd be plotting a trap. He should have known that even friends turned their backs. He should have eased up on that Son of God rap and got the hell out of town. Touched him and made a lame man walk. Well, they demanded he come clean and explain the things they'd seen. Well, they drug him into court, but he wouldn't talk. can see. Well, they said it's all a lie, no one can heal another's eyes. Well, I heard he only smiled and let it be. He should have known that they would nail him for that. He should have known that they'd be plotting a trap. He should have known that even friends turned their backs. He should have eased up on that Son of God rap and got the hell out of town. He should have eased up on that Son of God rap. Another phrase that you hear commonly is the phrase fear of God. Once again, I know what's meant by that, and it has a positive meaning, but I've never quite related to that. I've been in awe of God, and I've certainly been ashamed before God, but I've never been afraid of God. Because when you get down to it, God is love, and the Lord don't take no prisoners. Dreamed of Armageddon. To one side I could see the devil and the Holy Ghost together, and they was discussing me. I walked up to the Spirit. I said, now if you please, if I'm gonna serve your master, tell me what's he gonna do for me. He said, the Lord don't take no prisoners, Jesus don't make no deals. The Lord don't take no prisoners, He just wanna set you free. So I sat down with the devil, I was looking for a better deal. He said, I'll give you anything but your freedom, son, and that you're gonna give to me. He said, I'll give you earthly pleasures, I'll give you wealth and fame, I'll give you what you ask for, but you got to do what I say. Because the Lord don't take no prisoners, Jesus don't make no deals. The Lord don't take no prisoners, He just wants to set you free. I woke up with a shiver, lying there in my bed. I swear I heard a whisper say, one day you're gonna wake up dead. If you got to serve one or the other, it's got to be the Lord, you see. 'Cause the devil don't give a damn for you, Jesus wanna set you free. The Lord don't take no prisoners, Jesus don't make no deals. The Lord don't take no prisoners, He just wanna set you free. The Lord don't take no prisoners, Jesus don't make no deals. The Lord don't take no prisoners, He just wanna set you free. He just wanna set you free. I'm going to do a couple of songs together here. And the first song is an introduction to the second song, sort of sets the stage for the second song. And this first song is a song you may be familiar with, and at first thought, it may not seem like it has anything at all to do with, the subject at hand, with God and religion and Christianity, but for the characters in this song, it's just about as religious as it gets. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home, let me go home and start over. Rambling around this dirty old town, begging for nickels and dimes. Time's getting rough, I ain't got enough to buy me a bottle of wine. Pain in my head, there's bugs in my bed, my pants are so old that they shine. Out on the street, I tell the people I meet to buy me a bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home, let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. It was Christmas time, snowing. We were sitting at the mission. Most of us were drunk, but some were stoned. We were singing, won't you give me some of that old-time religion, when one man struck a chorus of his own. We all shut up to listen, and his words kept getting louder, singing through teeth that had fallen out and died. And the message lingered on long after the song was gone, pulling at our hearts like grocery counter wine. And he sang, lean, lean on Jesus. Lean on him, he'll help you stumble through. Lean on Jesus. Lean on him before he leans on you. Hey, cowboy, lit a joint, said, I think he's got a point. There's some half-dry whiskey bum said, I'm surprised, 'cause I've seen that man somewhere. He ain't ever said no prayer, much less a profound statement from the sky. Like lean on Jesus. Lean on him, he'll help you stumble through. Lean on Jesus. Lean on him before he leans on you. Now I'm not one to speculate or deal in the unknown. The truth I never really cared to find. But as we sat there puffing on our Camel cigarettes, I swear his ash burns brighter than mine. That's when we all started singing, lean on Jesus. Lean on him, He'll help you stumble through. Lean on Jesus. Lean on Him before He leans on you. Lean on Jesus. Lean on Him, He'll help you stumble through. Lean on Jesus. Lean on Him before He leans on you. There's a big difference in this world between people who deny God and people who defy God. Because people who defy God, well, they believe in God. They're just pissed at Him. And because they believe in God, no matter how difficult it is to hear, I think we need to see their side of the story. Broke down by the levee, way on out on River Road. Sarah heard their voices, saw them driving by real slow. That's all she remembered. Doc said it would be some time before she put together what they left her of her mind. Now me and Brother Billy waited, hoping for the best, saying, Lord, have mercy on her soul, 'cause the devil took the rest. A deputy found those good old boys a little later on that night. There was 3 of them in a Mercedes-Benz and a couple of grams of white. Now the judge said he could not convict unless Sarah testified. But she never had the ghost of a chance. She took a handful of pills and she died. Well, I begged that judge on bended knee, but he was not impressed. He said, Lord, have mercy on her soul, 'cause the devil took the rest. So Billy got his shotgun, I got 50 feet of rope. We found those boys in a house uptown, drinking wine and sniffing dope. We took them out to the levee down by a place we all knew well, and we strung them up like poison fruit hanging from the trees of hell. And I heard Billy say as the rope cut into their necks, oh Lord, have mercy on your souls, 'cause the devil took the rest. The next morning we drove back to town down the middle of Main Street. We loaded their bodies out the back of our truck and we laid them at the judge's feet. Well, he said, boys, you done a terrible thing and you got to understand, we have to make you an example. Can't take the law in your own hands. We just stood and stared at him. We had no regrets. He said, Lord, have mercy on your souls, 'cause the devil took the rest. Now here we stand together again. In the next room waits the chair, a warden and a judge, a preacher, and us, and some newsmen starting to stare. Well, someone asks, ain't you got nothing to say? Can you tell us how you feel? Well, me, I look at Billy, and Billy looks at me. I say, me and my brother Billy, we just took care of our own. I ain't no judge and jury, but I know when that switch is thrown, every one of you will be as guilty as us, and one day you'll be just as dead. So you all better hope God is merciful, 'cause I think He is fair instead. Now you break God's law in the name of man's, and you call it righteousness. Well, Lord, have mercy on your souls. And the devil took the rest. He said, Lord, have mercy on your souls. And the devil take the rest. Broke down by the levee, way on out on River Road. Sarah heard their voices, saw them driving by real slow. That's all she remembered. Now, there can't be many of us who've ever been that far on the wrong side of God, like the characters in that last song. But I know that there's even fewer of us who've never felt just not quite right with God. Sometime or the other, we all have. And those are the times when the most important thing we could do is pray. They can also be the times when that is the most difficult thing there is to do. I kneel before you, head bowed on my hands, knowing you'll hear me, whoever I am. Lord, though I know that you know what I'm worth, and I'm certain it's something that I don't deserve. Love me as I am, Lord, even if no one else can. Somehow I know you understand. Won't you love me as I am? This time I've tried everything that I know. Still my life keeps spinning out of control. My will is weak, but your love is so strong. If you're with me, I know that somehow I'll go on. Love me as I am, Lord, even if no one else can. Somehow I know you understand. Won't you love me as I am? Well, maybe someday, Lord, I'll do like I should and serve you the way I wish that I could. Instead, I am kneeling here worse than I was. My only hope, your unconditional love. Love me as I am, Lord, even if no one else can. Somehow I know you understand. Won't you love me as I am? Lord, won't you love me as I am? I'm going to do a song that comes from that little place that I believe is within each one of us, that, you know, just once in a while you just sort of, you look around and you just say, this just can't be all there is. There's another kind of water, another food to eat, another world around us no human eye can see, another arm to lean on, another friend to greet, another road to travel with a different set of feet. Show me, show me, show me that road. Want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. I want to live in that other land I've never seen, with the skies ever blue and the fields ever green, where when I'm done plowing and planting the seed, the crop never fails. I have all that I need, 'cause here I'm a stranger, no doubt about that, a long way from my home, just trying to get back. Like a fish out of water, I struggle and gasp. I reach out to you, Lord, and all that I ask is show me, show me, show me that road. Want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. Your love is a river, life is a tree that grows on the bank with its roots running deep. And high in the branches, here I'm just a leaf. I need you to catch me, Lord, when I fall free, and when the burden of living has taken its toll, when I've shouldered as much as my shoulders will hold, when I've come to the end of what I thought was enough rope, won't you be there to meet me, Lord? Show me that road. Show me, show me, show me that road. Want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. There's another kind of water, another food to eat, another world around us no human eye can see, another arm to lean on, another friend to greet, another road to travel with a different set of feet. Show me, show me, show me that road. Want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. Show me, show me, show me that road. Want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. Show me, show me, show me that road. I want to walk with you, Lord, forevermore. I'm going to finish with a couple of songs, once again, sort of a medley. And this first song is one that the melody is very familiar. You know, in the old days when someone had something they wanted to say, wanted to write a song, they didn't generally come up with a new melody. They'd pick a melody that everybody already knew and just put new words to it. Made it easier for people to learn the song. So this song is a melody that you're going to be very familiar with. It's probably the most famous, well-known gospel song around today. But this is an older text that was used before the current text to that melody. And I'm not saying that this is a better text by any means, but I think it belongs with this group of songs, and it's something that we need to think about. Now, I'm going to sing it through twice. It's short. It's just 2 verses. I'll sing it all the way through once and then again, and what I want you to do is I want you to sing along with me. Now, I can't hear you, and y'all can't hear each other, but you got to know that we are all singing together. And it was a little comforting there that maybe not everybody's listening, but at any rate, so like I said, I'll sing through both verses once, and then I want you to join in. Here we go. Must Jesus bear the cross alone, while all the world goes free? No, there's a cross for everyone, and there's a cross for me. My Lord, He wears a golden crown for all the world to see. Oh, there's a crown for everyone, and there's a crown for me. Sing with me now. Must Jesus bear the cross alone, while all the world goes free? No, there's a cross for everyone, and there's a cross for me. Harmony if you'd like to. My Lord, He wears a golden crown for all the world to see. Oh, there's a crown for everyone, and there's a crown for me. There is a cross and there is a crown. The crown is the light of God within you, within me, within each one of us. And the cross is the responsibility that we have to shine that light on the dark places of this world. That isn't an easy thing to do. It's hard to shine your light on things that are truly terrible. I believe that the reason we don't have an easy time with that is because we're afraid we can't do anything about it. There's no more helpless, horrible feeling than to look upon something happening that's truly terrible and feel helpless before it. Well, let me tell you that that is not the case. All you have to do is be willing to see these things, be willing to tell others that you see them, be willing to let the people doing them know that you see them doing them. Just shine your light, because evil runs from the light. You don't have to rush in and save the day. You don't have to be some superhero. You just have to be willing to see these things and bring them into the light, and you begin to heal them. And I think we can all do some of that. Now, if there are any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, or if, by any chance you run out of terrible things to look at, just check out the Amnesty International website. There's plenty there for all of us. If you feel overwhelmed by what you're seeing, it's okay to pull back and focus on the wonderful things around you. Don't lose your joy, but build that light up and go back and shine again. Another song to sing along with, and you know this one. This little light of mine I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine. Now you know what the song is, try again. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine on Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna let it shine Wednesday and Thursday. I'm gonna let it shine Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine one more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine. This is an extra song, something that I do in concert usually when I do this program. It's not actually on the CD, but that's what makes this different. But this is about how, you know, as I've mentioned before, you don't have to be a hero. I mean, greatness is not what's called for in the process of healing the world, because for all of the great men, the great religious leaders, the great women, the great movements, if just each one of us would just light a candle, just shine our light around us, it would do more than all of them combined. Somebody's crying and no one hears, scared of dying and no one's near. Somebody's losing hope while the wheels of power keep turning. Light a candle in the darkness, shine a light where evil lies. Be a voice for those in silence. Speak the truth, keep hope alive. Light a candle. Somebody's trying to stop the tears, not giving in to threats and fears. Somebody's choosing hope while the wheels of power keep turning. Light a candle in the darkness, shine a light where evil lies. Be a voice for those in silence. Speak the truth, keep hope alive. Light a candle Shine a light where evil lies. Be a voice for those in silence. Speak the truth, keep hope alive. Light a candle, light a candle.